Hello everyone, welcome to After Dark. My name is Michael. Today I'm going to be talking about flipping cars. Specifically today it will be more about wrecking cars. So let's get into it. First of all, this car right here that I'm showing you guys on the screen, this is a 2004 330 Ci, which I purchased. Well, I didn't actually purchase, I did a straight swap. So what I swapped it for, in fact, this was a very good swap, so it looked a lot better in the photos. But today I'm going to be going over how much money I made off wrecking this car. And yeah, I mean, there's not much else to it. Is it worth wrecking cars? Well, I'll let you decide. But let's go here. So I messaged the guy, I'm like, okay, I'll swap you an EK Civic. He's like, pigs. All right. This is the Civic. That's my other car. Not trying to flex, but that's a nice car too. But I showed him the Civic, I showed him the pictures, and just want to let you know, and I just want to let you guys know that this was a fucking pigsty. When I bought this car, it was absolute trash. Okay, buying this car, I had to do so much. I cleaned the entire interior. Okay, this car was absolutely munted. It had I need to relax a bit. I need to get back and chill back a little bit. But this car here, man, it was absolute trash, man. Like, I can't even put to words how disgusting it was, how disgusting it smelled. I put so much work into this car. I even wrapped the entire car. I wrapped it yellow. And I just wanted to make it look nice because I was going to flip it. Now, I'm pretty good at wrapping cars. I've done quite a few wraps. One thing that you should probably not do is wrap over bad paint. So the failure areas of this car was mostly the bumpers. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I offered to swap this car, and in return, he said yes. So we're going to scroll down. I said, show me some photos pretty much. This is the car as it was when I got it. So there was a radiator in the car that had a hole in it, so that was no good. I don't even think it was a matching radiator. The fuel pump was apparently not working. I did not know shit about this car. Okay, I did not know shit about this car. And that's one of his other cars that he showed me. Yeah, so I just messaged him. I'm like, yeah, fair man, just checking with my mates. Let's see what they said. They reckon it was a good swap, so I went for it. Showed me his car, having a bit of conversation. I showed him the Civic. So this was fresh after I moved house, so there was a lot of stuff in the car still, and it was red originally. So I did a carbon fiber roof as well. Thought that looked pretty cool. It's my other car. So yeah, I was just showing him around the car, showing him what, you know, the swap would be. He was very keen on it, surprisingly. You know, I picked this Civic up for 1,500. I wrapped it. I probably spent about maybe 150 bucks on interior trim pieces. I replaced the entire carpet, wet dry vacuum the seats, everything. I made it look really good, like the works pretty much. You know, showed him the car, asked him to show me his car. So this is the car. wasn't starting.
So it just sounds like electrical. It's only called flat out everywhere.
Man, I think this guy had no clue. Either he was playing stupid or he genuinely had no clue. But my guess is that it was the fuel pump at the time.
It's got M3 as well. It's got your 2 switches for windows here. This will be your window. Windows do go up and down. It goes up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just skipping through the video.
Shows you that everything goes up. The roof will open with. Other than that, it's all good.
Anyways, so he came around, he swapped the car. I showed him more videos of the Civic, PPSR, all that shit. And there it was done. We got the swap done. So I probably spent about $2.5 grand total on the Civic because I wrapped it and all that other shit. Could have saved money if I bought Chinese wrap. Should have done that, but I didn't. If you have a shit box and you are going to wrap it, I recommend you use Chinese wrap if the paint's already shit. Because that shit, like that Chinese shit, man, it is absolutely tacky, but it holds well and it looks pretty good. Okay, so, man. Okay, let's go on to the next part, the important part now. We'll go to the important part. So I'm going to read off a list here. This is what I made on the car, okay? This is what I sold everything for and the total amount that it came up to. So I sold the whole interior for $1,200, okay? And that was a pretty good purchase. I sold that to a guy up in Brisbane, I believe. I sold the mirrors for $250. They weren't even genuine mirrors. They were like some aftermarket garbage. The wire wasn't even connected to it, so I sold those really cheap. Well, I mean, cheap, but I got a good price. I reckon I got a good price. I got the front and back bumper sold for $600 total. We had the headlights that I sold. They were Xenon headlights or whatever they're called. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I sold those for $550. We have the glass from the back doors. You know, like the little tiny triangle glass. Yeah, I sold those for $350. Okay. The brake calipers at the front, I sold those for $400. There was something else I sold for $350 as well, but I forgot what it was because I was too stupid. I didn't fucking put it down. What else? The hood, M3 hood, genuine M3 hood. I sold that for $1,400 to a guy up in Cairns, and he paid like $600 or $700 shipping through Pack and Send. We sold the rear boot plastic for $150. That was that little tiny rubber piece, and on top I think I sold him a window regulator for $100. So I upsold him the window regulator, as well as the door handle cover piece. It was like this little piece of plastic. I sold it for like $30. I sold the center console for $150. I sold a washer tank for $50. I sold the 2 front fenders for $400. And I sold the rest of the car, literally today. Here's the video of the car driving away. The car is leaving the driveway. It is going after a year. Alright. So we sold that today, which is why I'm making this video, because this concludes the E46. And the rest of the car, like I said, I sold that for 1,800. Now, I know I could have got more for it. I could have got much more for that. But the reality is that I don't have a garage right now. I do not have concrete to work on. I do not have a hoist. Okay. And, you know, I just moved to another place again, and it's just a big backyard full of grass, a small little driveway that isn't even fully concreted. And I simply do not have the proper workspace to, you know, pull shit apart, which sucks. It really sucks. I'm really wanting to just chuck a slab of concrete in and call it a day, but we'll see how we go. But for the grand total, now I'm not sure if I even corrected this right, because, you know, this list is old. Hadn't been, you know, I haven't added everything up, but somehow I got to $7,780. Now, could be more, could be less. I'm not sure, but it's around that area. And I also took a bunch of parts out of the car, like all the airbags, the airbag control module. I took out, man, I didn't even sell it with wheels. So I've got wheels on top of that as well that I've got to sell. I've got window regulator left that I've got to sell. I've got a few other parts. And I should be able to theoretically make eventually another, maybe $1,000 on top. And actually maybe up to $2,000, because I've got the pump for the roof as well, the hydraulic pump. Got quite a few parts, and those are worth a little bit of money, especially, you know, convertibles are hard to find parts for. That's why they sell a lot higher, because they're difficult to find parts for. You don't find them wrecking that often. So there's a potential of around maybe $9,000, give or take. And now the thing that I want to talk about is it worth wrecking cars? I mean, is it worth wrecking cars? In my opinion, I think that there's good money in it. And by the way, in case if you guys think I'm talking shit, I've got a cash pile here, and I'm not trying to flex. This is fucking nothing. I've got a big cash pile. Okay. This was from, you know, selling the car today. So I just want to say I'm not talking shit, because a lot of people, you know, they will post videos and they'll talk about, you know, oh, how I made this much money. Oh, you know, how you can do this selling cars, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is that, you know, the money's there. It's real, and it happened. And I like to keep shit real. I don't like bullshitting. Okay. I even told the dude today, I said, if you have any issues with the car, just message me. I'll give you a refund. Okay. I do not like doing bullshit, you know, with people, because, you know, in the end of the day, you know, reputation gets around in the groups, and it's easy to get a bad reputation, and then people will comment your name in the groups and tell them not to buy shit. And I don't want to be that guy. Okay, so the sale happened, it's real, and the cash is there. I need a drink of water. Oh, man. Okay, so do I think it's worth flipping cars? Well, I guess it depends on your perspective. Do you have the space? Do you have the facility to do so? Do you have a big fucking slab of concrete to which you can at least get underneath the car, pull shit apart? Do you have a cover, like, to work under? I mean, because if you have those things, or even a hoist, if you have a hoist, man, you will maximize your return. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to get under a car in the scorching heat and, you know, be underneath the car and all that other bullshit. I personally do not like that, which is why I sold this part cheap, you know, because I still had the rear subframe, I still had the steering rack, I had all that shit that I could have sold and probably made another, maybe I could have probably gotten $3,000 out of that, realistically speaking. But that's okay. I no longer wanted the car. in my yard anymore. I was getting sick of looking at it. I want to use the money for other things, like buying more cars, okay? Because I like to buy cars and sell them when I can, if I find a good deal. So, yes, it's worth wrecking the cars. Yes, you can make some good money out of it. But if you're only doing like 1 or 2 cars at a time, it's going to be slow. It's going to be very slow. So if you're going to get into wrecking cars, I recommend that you try and get as many as you can, because, and don't just buy any cars. Like, don't go and buy, you know, mum and pop's car down the road, because that shit just, you know, you're not going to make your money back very quickly. That's a reality. You want to buy cars that are popular, that a lot of people drive, that a lot of people, you know, use and will need parts frequently for. E46s are a car enthusiast group. So, you know, E36s, E46s, they will always be able to make their money back in parts. Especially if they have M Sport body kits, 6-cylinder engines, and a nice interior. If you have a nice interior to sell, you'll make your money back very easily. It's good money. It is, but it's slow. It takes time to sell things. You know, I had that car listed, as I sold it today, I had that listed for maybe 3 months. I had it listed for quite a while. And, you know, it just takes one person who's serious, and they'll come along and have the money ready. You know, I think it's worth it, but I don't think it's worth it if you don't have the space or the facilities to do it. And getting down underneath a car every day is just not realistic. I think it's better to buy and sell cars, you know, minus the wrecking. You know, find a cheap car. If it needs a little bit of work, add a bit of paint, you know, it'll be a lot more easier to sell as well, in my opinion. I mean, but parts are good too. I mean, if you have like 10 cars and like you're, you know, all wrecking at the same time, then, you know, making $5,000 in a month is definitely achievable, you know, absolutely achievable. Actually, very, very achievable, I have to admit. You know, another good way to make money with cars is going to, you know, like the do-it-yourself wreckers. You know, if you could find car parts from do-it-yourself wreckers and, you know, pull them out and, you know, resell those parts, I mean, you make some good money on that too. Like, I've done that. I do that all the time. I always take a trip up to the wreckers here and there, and I'm always buying and selling parts, you know, bumpers and certain interior pieces, things like that I know I can make good money on. I do that a lot. And it's a good little bit of extra money that just comes in. And, you know, it's always good to have that extra money coming in, you know. So, yeah, would I get into wrecking cars personally? Not at this stage. I personally would not get into wrecking cars right now. Maybe once, because I've got I've got like a 2-year, 3-year lease here in this house, so maybe I might chuck a slab of concrete and a hoist and a carport, and I think that could make the world of difference, you know, especially when it comes to buying cars, you know, because buying cars is very easy, and you can find so many cars that all they need is a transmission. And bro, like, you get like a hoist, changing a transmission is fucking easy, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding, you know, because I've got another E46, and swapping that transmission the first time probably took me about 8 hours, but the second time it took me like half that. And I'm pretty slow when it comes to like doing things. I'm pretty slow, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I take my time, I get distracted really easily. But yeah, if you've got a hoist, then yeah, you'll make your money. You'll make your money. It's definitely worth getting a hoist if you can, and you can find them pretty cheap. But if you're going to get a hoist at home, you want to make sure you get a single phase hoist. You can't run 3-phase hoists at home. You just don't have the facilities to support that in a residential, premises. So if you do get a hoist, make sure you get a single phase. And yeah, I mean, that's about it, man. I mean, I don't really have much else to add. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Just trying to think if I have anything else. Don't know. Water's so good. Anyways, man. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, I mean, I doubt I'm going to get many comments on this video anyway, because it's a new channel. But if you have any questions, just chuck it in the comments, and I will answer it. That's about it. Originally the plan with this car was that I was going to, respray it, fix the transmission, all that shit, but I just could not be fucked, man. Like, just didn't have the money at the time, to be honest. I kind of regret it. I kind of regret not doing it because, I got the car started. It sounded good. It sounded healthy. I mean, I kind of regret not just painting it and, bringing it back to its prime. But I mean, it is what it is. There will be more opportunities pop up. I mean, I used to FOMO so hard when it came to finding deals on Marketplace, but the truth is, they pop up all the time. They pop up all the time, guys. Like, it is so easy to find a deal. Like, they will come up all the time. And you'll find some phenomenal deals on the Marketplace. I can assure you that. If you're looking to buy and sell, that is. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the video here, and yeah, see you in the next one. All right, peace out.